back to my channel, friends. In today's video, we're diving into a full Farmhouse Cottage Makeover 2025, designed around a romantic theme in sage green and chocolate brown. If you're looking for cozy country romance, rustic inspiration, and seasonal home decor ideas, you've come to the right place. This makeover is all about transforming a simple country cottage into a timeless space that feels both warm and fresh for the new year. Stay with me until the end, because I'll also share some practical tips you can apply in your own home. The farmhouse cottage aesthetic has always been about balance, comfort mixed with elegance, vintage touches blended with modern charm. For 2025, the trend is leaning into natural palettes like sage green for serenity and chocolate brown accents for depth. These shades embody the romance of the countryside while still feeling current and stylish. Cottage decor thrives on textures, rustic materials, and cozy layers, making it perfect for seasonal transformations. By combining these colors with farmhouse staples like shiplap walls, wooden beams, and distressed furniture, you get a timeless yet updated interior look. Color is everything in interior design, and this makeover is driven by a carefully curated palette. Sage green has exploded in popularity as a calming, nature-inspired tone that pairs beautifully with wood and earthy accents. Chocolate brown, on the other hand, adds richness and romance, grounding the lightness of sage with a deep rustic elegance. Together, they create the perfect country romance palette, inviting, natural, and undeniably cozy. This combination fits beautifully with farmhouse cottages, where the goal is to create a warm, lived-in feel that feels modern yet nostalgic. Each year brings new ideas in farmhouse interior design, and 2025 is no exception. we're seeing an emphasis on earthy tones, sustainable materials, layered textures, and cozy minimalism. Instead of cluttered rustic spaces, today's farmhouse style leans toward simplicity with meaningful decor accents. Sage and chocolate perfectly fit this trend, offering a grounded yet airy aesthetic. Other 2025 farmhouse trends include oversized stone fireplaces, exposed wood shelving, natural fabrics like linen and cotton, and statement lighting in wrought iron or matte black. In this makeover, I'll show you how I incorporated these trends without losing the timeless charm of a cottage home. The entryway sets the tone for the entire cottage, so we began here. We painted the walls in a soft sage hue to bring a calming, nature-inspired welcome. A vintage console table in distressed chocolate wood anchors the space, topped with seasonal decor, wicker baskets, fresh greenery, and a ceramic lamp with a linen shade. We added a farmhouse-style runner rug and muted earth tones to tie everything together. By keeping the entryway simple yet warm, the cottage immediately feels inviting. This small space shows how color and accents can instantly transform the mood when guests arrive. The living room is the heart of any cottage, and here we leaned heavily on sage and chocolate as primary tones. The walls glow softly in sage green, while the main sofa is upholstered in a cozy beige linen for neutrality. We introduced throw pillows and blankets in chocolate and cream to build layers of warmth. A rustic coffee table with a distressed wood finish becomes the centerpiece, paired with seasonal accents like ceramic vases filled with eucalyptus stems. Adding an oversized woven rug underfoot completes the cozy country romance vibe in this central gathering space. No farmhouse cottage makeover is complete without addressing the fireplace. For this project, we gave the fireplace a complete facelift, painting the brick in a soft chalky white for a clean base, then styling the mantle with chocolate-stained wood. The decor pieces here include sage candles, vintage books, and farmhouse lanterns. Above the mantle, we added a large rustic mirror with a distressed wooden frame to reflect light and expand the room visually. The fireplace becomes not only a functional focal point, but also a seasonal showcase where decor can shift for spring, summer, fall, and winter. The dining room is where farmhouse style truly shines, combining function with rustic romance. Here we brought in a solid wood dining table stained in a rich chocolate tone, paired with simple farmhouse ladderback chairs. To soften the look, we added a sage green linen runner and seasonal centerpieces, mason jars with wildflowers, vintage candlesticks, and ceramic bowls. A wrought iron chandelier overhead adds to the rustic charm, while sage accent walls keep the space light and airy. This combination ensures every meal feels like a cozy countryside gathering. In the kitchen, we focused on combining practicality with charm. White shaker cabinets were refreshed with sage-painted lower cabinets, adding a burst of color without overwhelming the space. Dark chocolate wooden countertops bring warmth and durability, while a farmhouse apron sink creates that classic country appeal. We styled open shelving with neutral crockery, vintage glass jars, and sprigs of greenery to highlight seasonal decor. The balance of sage cabinetry, chocolate wood tones, and rustic accents creates a charming farmhouse kitchen that feels both modern and timeless. bedroom transformation is all about creating a peaceful, romantic retreat. We painted the walls in a muted sage tone, bringing instant calmness. The bed features a wooden frame in rich chocolate, layered with linen bedding in whites, creams, and sage throws. Seasonal decor like soft knit pillows, rustic lanterns, and woven baskets complete the cozy look. Above the headboard, we hung botanical prints in rustic wood frames to tie the palette together. This space is a perfect example of how sage and chocolate tones bring warmth, romance, and serenity into a farmhouse cottage bedroom. Even small spaces can shine in a farmhouse makeover, and the bathroom was no exception. The vanity was painted in a soft sage green, topped with a dark wood countertop for that chocolate accent. A white farmhouse sink sits on top, paired with black matte fixtures for contrast. Rustic shelves above the toilet display roll towels, glass jars, and eucalyptus stems for a spa-like touch. The floors feature patterned tiles and earthy tones, giving the space personality without overwhelming. This bathroom proves that even the smallest cottage rooms can carry the country romance theme beautifully. One of the joys of farmhouse living is decorating seasonally. With sage and chocolate as the foundation palette, seasonal accents pop beautifully. In spring, you can add pastel flowers and light linens. Summer works well with greenery, wicker baskets, and white ceramics. For autumn, bring in pumpkins, amber gloss, and plaid blankets in chocolate tones. Winter can shine with pine garlands, candlelight, and cozy knit throws. This flexibility makes the sage and chocolate farmhouse palette ideal for year-round decorating, ensuring the cottage always feels fresh and inspiring. A farmhouse makeover wouldn't be complete without addressing the outdoor spaces. We carried the sage and chocolate palette onto the porch with wooden rocking chairs and chocolate stain, layered with sage cushions. Rustic planters filled with seasonal flowers create curb appeal, while lanterns add a romantic glow at night. The entry door itself was painted in a muted sage, instantly transforming the exterior into a welcoming statement. Outdoor styling ensures that the country romance vibe flows seamlessly from the cottage interior to the garden, giving the whole property a unified, charming look. Furniture plays a huge role in farmhouse transformations. For this makeover, we combined vintage finds with a few modern pieces for balance. Distressed wooden dressers, antique side tables, and a chocolate-stained dining set bring authentic farmhouse charm, while modern linen sofas and sleek lighting fixtures add freshness. This combination keeps the cottage from feeling dated while honoring its rustic heritage. Choosing furniture in sage upholstery or chocolate finishes also ensures the overall palette stays cohesive. It's all about blending comfort, function, and timeless farmhouse romance. No farmhouse cottage is complete without thoughtful layering of fabrics and textures. We use natural materials like linen, cotton, burlap, and wool in shades of sage, cream, and chocolate. Throw blankets, area rugs, cushions, and curtains add softness and depth, while wicker baskets and jute rugs bring in rustic character. Textures are key in farmhouse design because they create warmth and coziness without cluttering the space. By layering thoughtfully, we achieved a home that feels both visually rich and deeply comfortable, perfect for cozy evenings and seasonal transitions. Lighting is crucial in creating a romantic cottage atmosphere. For this transformation, we used farmhouse chandeliers, wall sconces, and table lamps with warm-toned bulbs to create soft, ambient light. Black woodland fixtures bring rustic charm, while gloss lanterns add sparkle. The combination of natural daylight bouncing off sage walls and warm evening lighting makes the cottage feel inviting around the clock. Lighting isn't just functional, it sets the mood for romance, comfort, and seasonal charm, turning every corner into a cozy retreat. Small details truly bring a farmhouse makeover together. We styled shelves with vintage ceramics, rustic lanterns, wooden trays, mason jars, and sage green candles. Woven baskets provide both function and rustic texture. Seasonal wreaths, throw blankets, and farmhouse wall art also tie in the theme. Deco accents are what transform a house into a home, giving personality and romance to each corner. By carefully choosing accessories in sage, chocolate, and natural textures, the entire cottage feels cohesive, intentional, and welcoming. A big transformation doesn't always mean a big budget. Many of the changes in this makeover were affordable DIY updates, painting walls in sage, staining furniture in chocolate tones, and styling with secondhand finds from thrift stores or flea markets. Seasonal decor was often crafted by hand, like dried floral arrangements or reproposed jars. The farmhouse style embraces imperfection, meaning you don't need everything brand new. By working with what you already own and adding strategic color and texture updates, you can achieve a romantic farmhouse cottage makeover without overspending. Walking through the finished cottage feels like stepping into a romantic countryside escape. Every room flows seamlessly, united by the sage and chocolate color palette, cozy textures, and rustic accents. From the welcoming entryway to the serene bedroom retreat, the cottage now embodies the warmth, charm, and timeless romance that farmhouse style is known for. The transformation proves that with the right colors, textures, and seasonal accents, even the simplest home can be elevated into a dreamy cottage haven perfect for 2025 and beyond. Thank you so much for joining me on this Farmhouse Cottage Makeover 2025 journey. This transformation in sage and chocolate tones shows how powerful color, texture, and thoughtful decor choices can be in creating a home that feels both stylish and cozy. I hope this inspires you to try some of these farmhouse ideas in your own space, whether it's a small seasonal update or a full home makeover. If you love this transformation, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more seasonal home decor inspiration. Until next time, may your home always be filled with charm, warmth, and romance.